Hey everybody, Danaman here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about my addiction and the road to recovery. So, I'm a recovering addict and I have 5+ years clean. I don't know the exact number. 5 years I know for sure. Over 5 years, but I don't know exactly how much over. Anyhow, um, opiates, pain pills. That's what I was addicted to. And that could come in the form of Vicodin, heroin, opium, fentanyl, carfentanil. Actually, fentanyl is a whole nother story we won't get into today. But basically, Loratab or Vicodin is what I was hooked on. And eventually, it gets pretty expensive, and that's when people move to heroin because it's cheaper. I didn't do that. I didn't move to heroin unless I couldn't get my pills. Now, I had a script, which was gone in 2 weeks. So then those other 2 weeks, I had to come up with something. If I couldn't find Vicodin, I went and got heroin, which I could always get that. Anyhow, what happened is I had fallen approximately 23 feet onto a concrete slab, face first, like this. Shattered my right elbow and my right knee. I spent a month in the hospital clicking that morphine button every 6 minutes. I wish to God a doctor or a nurse or somebody would have explained to me the dangers of opiates. I probably would have still clicked that button, but I might not have. I don't know. I wasn't given the choice. And that's what made me bitter for years. I didn't have a choice to become an addict. It was forced upon me. I didn't choose. That's a weird little thing right there, but I think the the epidemic, the crisis that this nation is facing right now when it comes to opioids and opiates and all the people addicted to them, that started with the doctors and Big Pharma. Yeah. Yes, it did. Those bastards created the epidemic. And now, when it's time to clean it up, they've got no compassion. That's another video, but I really wished I would have had the choice. I did not. An interesting story that has to do with this. When I realized I didn't need the Vicodin anymore, I tried to get off of them, but I couldn't. I was addicted. And this is when I first started realizing that I had a problem. So I called the doctor. Hey, doc, I am totally addicted to these. Is there anything I can do about it? Yeah, stop taking them. Okay. Stop filling my script then. Next month? Yeah, can y'all fill this script for me? Sure thing. A couple weeks later, hey, I'm an addict. I need you to quit filling the script for me. Okay. 5 months went by with me telling them no and them saying, sure, we'll do it. What? I was crying out for help and wasn't getting enough from the doctors. They were my dealers and they just kept on dealing it. Finally, it reached a point where I just said, screw this, dumped it down the toilet. And then I was screwed because that didn't work. Now I don't have any pills. And I had to go look for them. And I didn't find them. So I went through withdrawals. First time. And it was horrible. It was hell. It was bad. And this, my friends, is why most people stay addicted to heroin or opiates for so long. Because of that sickness. It's bad. And you don't want to go through it. And that's why people will steal and rob to go get their dose, man. To go get their fix, if you will. I struggled for years. The longest I was clean for 3 years without any help. The problem is the pain kept bringing me back. My elbow is constantly, it is always hurting. And it goes up into my hand. And it is always, there is not a moment that it doesn't hurt. And with my knee, it doesn't always hurt. But once I stand up and start walking, it does. So, shoot. Anyhow, so the pain always brought me back. Finally, 5 years ago, I called, I think my insurance company, trying to find a program they would pay for so that I could go through rehab and get off it again. Well, this girl from an insurance company was a good person, and she was smart, and she said, well, do you mind me asking you, I'm not entirely sure how it came up that it would be like my, oh yeah, she asked me if I had ever gone through a program like that before, and I told her once, but that I had quit on my own many times. And she said, well, why do you keep coming back to it? And I told her because of pain. She brought up methadone. I didn't know anything at all about methadone at the time. And I thought methadone was just another form of heroin. Okay, so I hung up with her and started researching methadone. And realized that it's probably a good way to go. And I did. I went with it, and I've been clean for 5.5 years. That's the longest I've ever been clean. And I'm not going back to opiates because methadone helps with my pain. And this is what's brilliant. I had been looking for years for pain medication that wouldn't get me high. I did not know there was such a thing. And it's methadone. I don't get high off it. But it works on my pain. Oh, God, does it work on my pain. A lot of people, and in my opinion, misinformed people, think that, and they say this, and even people that are on methadone will say this, that they're still an addict because methadone is physically addictive. And yeah, it is. But I'm not in that lifestyle anymore. I don't have that addict mentality anymore. Addicts have a mentality. Usually, we'll wake up and the very first thing we have to do is get our medication, our medicine. That's what we call it, our medicine, because it keeps us from getting sick. Anyhow, and then from there, it's an all-day thing. You're willing to steal, lie, and cheat to get money to get your pills, or whatever form of opiate you're doing. And it's not a good lifestyle, man. It's not, because you're lying, cheating, and stealing. Even I did, and I worked for my addiction. I've always had a full-time job, so I was a functioning addict. Oh my God, this is so yummy, y'all. Kitty Bitty Cream. I named it that because my silly cat. Anyways, we're not talking about that right now. Lord have mercy. It is a good tank juice, though. Anyhow, yeah. That's my story, my friends. And I've been clean for 5.5 years, approximately. And I'm not looking back. I'm never, ever gonna be. It'll never happen ever again. Thank you very much. Anyhow, this is Dan the Man, and I am signing out, my friends. For any addicts out there, no matter what kind of addiction it is, addicts are addicts. Doesn't matter what you're addicted to. But if you need someone to talk to, leave a comment or email me. I leave my email address. I would leave a comment so that I know you're gonna have an email, so that I can keep an eye out for it. If you want to talk, man, I am here to talk. Truly. Anybody that wants to be clean, I can help you, man. Anybody that wants just someone to talk to, I can be there for you to talk. An ear to listen to, a shoulder to cry on. Anywho, that's that, my friends. If you want me to discuss anything else about my addiction, just leave a comment. I can either do another video, or we can correspond through email, or even through the comments section, whatever. This is Dan the Man signing out, my friends. Peace.